Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brandon Clark, the owner of Get Smart Rat Solutions. We're live coming at you here in Southeast Portland. One of the things that you might have recently heard me in Portland Monthly Magazine, do-it-yourself pest control opportunities, is to be looking for things that your neighbors might be doing or you yourself might be doing in relationship to food. Bird feeders in this case is what we're going to discuss. We're about 25 feet away from the bird feeder here, and these are some of the tunnels that we start to see underneath the trees. Going straight underneath the sidewalk. So if you scan back a little bit, this sidewalk represents perfect long-term harborage for the rats to nest under, but also keeps them in close proximity to the bird feeder. One of the biggest things that homeowners typically underestimate is what the relationship to this underground traffic is in correlation with their house. In this case, what I want to show you is this is the staircase leading up to the home. The home's about 25 to 30 feet away from where we found initially the holes underneath that tree, okay? And this is the kind of cracking that takes place. As those holes get bigger and bigger over time, we start to see these types of stress cracks. This literally creates a tunnel underneath here, an arrow that points exactly to where the rats are going. Okay, right here we've got the bird feeder. Of course, my customer is no longer feeding the birds in this particular instance, but this is the damage done over time. So if we follow this path, right, bird feeder again that you were just looking at, if we follow this path and just assume that there's a hole underground, a highway system, we can simply and logically follow this trail leading over here to the smoking gun. All right, guys, here we are in front of the house itself. You'll notice another staircase that leads up to the front porch, and then the smoking gun, where that tunnel started. The trail that we followed with the cracks from the bird feeder all the way to the foundation, the exterior foundation of the home. And here we are. I got this board out to give you guys a kind of a size comparison in terms of how deep these things are. But I'm simply gonna shine my light down there to highlight the fact that there is in fact bird feed down there at the bottom of the hole, as well as droppings. The tunnel system goes in about 3 different directions. Look at this one over here. There's another one right there underneath the porch. So check this out. Look at how deep this hole is. Okay, we got about 5 feet of board and 3 feet, 2 feet, something like that, drop down in the hole. That is significant underground excavation that takes place on or around somebody's property that can significantly impact the structural integrity of the soil. One of the things that I've been talking about a lot lately in Portland is the relationship rats have to the sewer systems. These two problems are very similar in the long-term structural damage that can occur, but in this case, this is simply the relationship to the bird feeder and the proximity of the house. So I'm gonna actually take you to a couple of different places around the perimeter of the foundation, and we're gonna look at what happens to a home's structural capacity when that soil integrity changes place. Okay, slowly over time as the rats tunnel, they look for areas that they can get to that gives them quick access. Rats typically like to run in shadows, which is why you see me bent over this little tree right here. In here, if we start excavating, we can dig this out and reveal another one of those underground tunnel systems that my hand just easily goes down to. Right here on the foundation of the house, you can actually see this major stress crack. If you know or suspect that you have rats and you see cracks like that around your house, you should definitely give a professional a call. It's a really good sign that something bigger is going on. So here we are, we're about 12 feet away in terms of distance, linear feet, from that other crack that we were just looking at. This is another crack right around the corner. Just to give you guys an idea of how close this is, this crack goes from the top where the mud sill is all the way down, we can only assume, to the bottom of the basement. This house is an old house built in the early 20s, but look at how close we are. Crack right here. So as you can imagine, these two cracks put together equal a very significant structural issue that if left neglected over time could result in the house sagging or even a wall starting to sag, which can result in thousands and thousands of dollars of damage. In this case, it's too extreme for me. There's nothing I can personally do, even as a general contractor, to fix this situation. The house is ultimately gonna have to be lifted up and concrete probably re-poured in order to stop this, because what we don't see and we won't see is underneath the basement slab. In about 1925, when the rats first started showing up at this property, this is how long that's been going on, would be my estimation. And over time, as the seasons have changed and the natural erosion takes place between the fall, the winter, and the spring, the rainwater will just naturally irrigate those tunnels. And as we walk around our houses, we collapse them inadvertently, unknowingly, resulting in kind of the catastrophic issues that we're looking at in this house. So an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So that's the method that you should follow. Feel free to give us a call at 844-GOT-RATS.